if this doesn't look good, just just click off, just leave me. Just leave me to my misery. I don't know what's going on. I am afraid that poster is very reflective. But welcome to spring, my friends. It's spring. Everyone's walking around with a wad full of tissues, eyes running, nose running. The sky is full of dirt from all of the wind, and we're constantly either in a fire watch or a tornado watch. Baby squirrels and baby rabbits are playing Frogger in the road. It's a beautiful season. It really is. I do like spring. I'm very, very happy to see the green coming. Every single year, things start turning green, and I'm like, whoa, maybe life really is worth living, because it's just so astonishingly green it doesn't look real. So, besides that, we're here to talk about books that I would like to read in the next couple of months. I think they cover quite a range. These are books that I own and I just desperately need to get to. So, let's get to it. First one I started is The Black Tulip by Alexandre Dumas. He is the guy who wrote The Count of Monte Cristo. Did he also write The Three Musketeers? Did I make that up? I'm on chapter 6, about 47 pages in. I am really enjoying it. I can see if his writing is like this in The Count of Monte Cristo, I can see why everyone talks about how it's so quick and easy to get through, because it's just so entertaining. So, The Black Tulip, it's about this guy who gets caught up in political intrigue, scandal, because of his godfather. He's a tulip grower. He's got everything handed to him, and he decides with all of his wealth he's going to grow tulips. And at some point, I think he ends up in a prison, and he falls in love with the warden's daughter, and they kind of maybe plot together, and he wants to grow the black tulip. I don't know. I'm only on chapter 6, but it's been really, really fun. And then the other one I started this morning. I was listening to it through an audiobook, and then I decided while I was in town I wanted to pick up the physical book, so I did. So it is Women in the Picture, What Culture Does with Female Bodies by Catherine McCormick. She is an art historian, and I think I'm still in the preface. I haven't actually opened the physical book yet. Even just the preface was very interesting, and it was very yes, I have experienced that as well as a woman, just, yeah. So I've been kind of getting back into my art. I have an associate's degree in art, spent a couple years in school for art, was very deep into it, and then I kind of abandoned it all, and I don't know what happened, but I'm kind of getting back into it, and it's not just because it's Women's History Month, but for some reason I've been really, really thinking about women the last few weeks. A lot of the books I want to read and have looked at and have read have been really focused on women, and it's just been something I've been thinking about a lot. So yeah, I literally just started it this morning. We'll see how it goes. So far, really enjoying it. Loving some nonfiction, some narrative nonfiction. Also, just read The Five by Hallie Rubenhold, about the 5 women killed by Jack the Ripper. If you're interested in that book was really, really good. So those are the 2 that I've started, and then this one I need to read in the next week because my sister and I have started our own book club, and this is our pick for March. So I kind of have to read it right now. It is The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams, and I only read the prologue. From my understanding, it is this girl who grows up with her dad being one of the people who is involved in the creation of dictionaries. This is late 1800s, just really the peak of the creation of what we know of as dictionaries. And it's Victorian England, so just everything I love. And it's this girl, she grows up around her father, who's involved in the words, People send in words that they have, and they come up with definitions. And she realizes the men doing this are leaving out certain words, often related to women. She begins to collect other words, ones that have been discarded or neglected by the dictionary men. She realizes that words and meanings related to women's and common folks' experiences often go unrecorded. And so she begins to search out words for her own dictionary, the Dictionary of Lost Words. That is my book club pick with my sister for March. This one I started to read probably 4 years ago, and I lightly DNF'd it. Just kind of fell off, and I wasn't sure about where the story was going. I think I would like it much more now, and that is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I don't remember much about it other than a couple of scenes, and I don't want to say those because I don't want to spoil anything. This guy comes back home after being sent away to become a bard. Girls are going missing from the island, and his childhood nemesis and the future leader of the clan believes he is the only one who could find them. From what I remember, it was very mysterious, and it felt so atmospheric. And yeah, there were just a couple of scenes that really stuck with me, but for some reason, I never finished it. I mean, you can see where I was. That's, a third of the way through? I don't know. So, I would really like to pick this back up, because I have heard a couple of people talking about it recently, and I was like, oh, I could have read that, but I didn't. The next one is Miss Austen by Gil Hornby. It is about Jane Austen's sister, Cassandra, and the aftermath of Jane's death, and I guess what that meant for Cassandra. I don't know how I want to say her name. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Yeah, I think very loosely based on real events, because didn't she burn a lot of her sister's letters and stuff after her death because she didn't want anyone getting a hold of them? So I think that's kind of in here. She confronts buried truths about Jane's history and her own, and faces a stark choice. Should she reveal the most private details of their lives to the world, or commit her sister's legacy to the flames? So, sounds interesting. Is there a BBC adaptation of this, or am I crazy? Yeah, really interested in that one. I've had it for a long time, and I don't know why I never picked it up. I just didn't. And then related to that, let's read some Austen. Specifically, I want to read Love and Friendship. I think this has multiple of her juvenilia works, but I just want to read Love and Friendship right now. I don't know what it's about. I think, did she write it when she was like 15 or something crazy? Stupid? I don't know. And then this would be continuing a series for me. It is Lady Isla? Isla? Oh, I hate when I have to say things out loud. And The Lord of Rogues, the Merry Spinsters and Charming Rogues series by Sophie Laporte. This is a ongoing, quite long Regency romance series. This is maybe the 7th book, I'm not sure. There's another one coming out soon, I think. So I've got to catch up. They're very fun, very quirky, really fun. Lady I, if you will, gets caught up in stuff. And there's this Lord of Rogues. And then there's maybe hidden or mistaken identities. Oh yeah, she's searching for a lost friend. She gets thrown into Regency England, London underworld. There's drama. That's all I know. Lady Isla and the Lord of Rogues. Is that how you say that? I can't think of another way to say it. It just doesn't feel right. This book, I'm so scared of. I know I can do it. I know I can read this. I've scared myself. It is Middlemarch by George Eliot. I'm just scared. You know, I've talked about this book before. It is the quintessential Victorian English novel. What a legacy, what a title to live up to. What expectations are you giving me? I'm scared, and it's kind of chunky. I just read, well, maybe not just. I finished Crime and Punishment a few weeks ago, and I feel like I'm just now recovered from that, you know? Took a few weeks after Crime and Punishment. I read some really short books. I read like 4, maybe 300 or less page books right after that, and I think I'm ready to get back into a chunk. Middlemarch, it is just touches on everything that we love and hate about Victorian society. I think it follows a few different people. It's quite a grand story, and I think I would really enjoy it. But I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know. The Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnim. It is escaping dreary London for the sunshine of Italy. 4 very different women take up an offer advertised in the Times. As each blossoms in the warmth of the Italian spring, quite unexpected changes occur. So, yeah, sounds perfect. I mean, the Enchanted April. Guys, guess what month is coming up? You're never gonna believe it. April. So, this will be read in April. I'm very intrigued. I mean, yeah. Some British ladies in the 20s, I'm assuming, going to a medieval castle or something in Italy and just hanging out. Yeah, sounds great. I'd love to be there. A Month in the Country by J.L. Carr. It is I should really read the synopsis before I film. Crazy idea. A veteran of the Great War in a broken marriage arrives in the remote Yorkshire village of Oxcudby to restore a recently discovered medieval mural in the local church. He reflects on the passage of time and the power of art. He finds in his memories some consolation for all that has been lost. Yeah, so true. The passage of time and the power of art. Of course, yeah. And a little bit of art restoration. Yeah. I know you guys are watching Baumgartner Restoration on YouTube. Yeah, you know what's up. So, I mean, I think it's like a summer book, actually. It's a summer spent there. But I want to read it sooner than summer. So I'm going to. So, A Month in the Country. I think I'm going to like that. It sounds really good. Okay, last one is an art one. Another nonfiction. Some essays, I think, by Linda Nochlin. Why have there been no great women artists? The question not enough people are asking, but I think we're getting there, huh? I think these essays were published 1971, illuminating the half-empty landscape of art history and opening the way for new feminist thinking about women, art, and society. I'm very, very intrigued. I mean, even just what is it? This one, Women in the Picture. As I said, I'm still in the preface. But even just in the preface, she talks about statistics. I think she was visiting the National Portrait Gallery. In this one, she mentions statistics about the ratio of men to women artists on display in the National Portrait Gallery. And no one's shocked. You know, don't ask me to pull out numbers. I can't do numbers. But, it was like, yeah, of course. And that's I think this was much more recent than 1971. When was this? 2021. Okay. Yeah, so in 2021, the statistics or the numbers were still atrocious. Who's shocked? Yeah, this one, women in the picture, was 2021. This is 1971. What, 50 years? Quick math, am I right? Yes. Imagine that's wrong. That'd be embarrassing, but it can't be. Yeah, the numbers she gives for 2021 are not so good, but they're not so shocking either. I'm gonna read this. Why have there been no great women artists? I don't think I'm the person to answer that, but I would love to read about it. If anyone has any recommendations based off of those, you know where to reach me. I'm around. Please let me know. If anyone wants any recommendations, I got you. I probably don't, but I am really good at BSing my way through a lot of things. So just let me know. I'll come up with something. Have a good Sunday. Have a good spring. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Catch you on the flip. We still saying that?